Welcome back to Captain Crypto's Compass, and in this video we are going to look at some key support levels for Bitcoin and key resistance levels. Hi, I'm Martin. I'm the founder of Captain Crypto's Compass. I'm a trader and a professor at the Financial Freedom Academy. I am passionate about helping you to achieve financial freedom through the art and the gift of trading. I will be providing you with actionable technical analysis and insights on your favorite cryptocurrency projects to help you make better and more informed decisions. If you're ready to take your trading to the next level, you're in the right place. Now, I've opened up the 1 week chart for Bitcoin on Bitstamp, the US dollar, and we are going to look at the weekly chart. Now, in our previous videos, we actually called for this extension to the $104,000 area. If you want to look at that video, you can just go to the top corner here and look where we accurately predicted this Bitcoin bull flag breakout as we broke past the $73,000 resistance area. And one of the key areas that we were looking at was the 1.618 Fibonacci extension from this pivot low here and the 1.272 Fibonacci extension from the all-time bottom during our bear market here in November 2022. And this highlighted this area here on the chart between the $91,500 and this $104,000 area in advance. Now, we've gone ahead and taken out our previous targets for Bitcoin, the first target being this previous pivot high as we had this breakout, and we also had the 5.3 theory at roughly 79 and this 1.618 Fibonacci extension that we were calling for as potential targets for this breakout of this bull flag that we printed. Now we can see that we have accurately and moved up towards this resistance area here of the 1.272 Fibonacci at roughly this $104,000 for approximately almost range bound between these two Fibonacci levels now for approximately almost 3 months. We have had 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. We've been in a consolidating pattern between this $91,500 and the $104,000. We can see we range up to the top, come back down to support, range back to the top, and we currently retest at the bottom as support. Now, a lot of people might be asking, well, we've accurately called this retracement and move up to the $104,000 area with this previous bull flag. What can we expect? Is this the top for Bitcoin? Now, I've got a couple of key areas that I'm highlighted and looking here to just help us make sense of these moves. Now, an important thing that we need to realize here is we have to take this level to level, and we need to give Bitcoin time in order to prove itself. Now, a couple of very bullish signs that I can see here is that I have the 21 and the 50 SMA highlighted here. The 21 is the yellow line and the 50 SMA is the green line. Now we can see that on our previous bull flag that we actually retested this 50 SMA as critical support before we had enough momentum to regain and push past and break this bull flag, and Bitcoin moved all the way from roughly $53,000 all the way up to this $104,000 area. Now, if we look at how we are currently, the moving averages are still poising up. We can see that both the yellow and the orange is poising to the upside, and we can see that we have been consolidating in this key Fibonacci area between this $91,500 and $104,000, give or take. Now, for me, looking at market structure, looking at the Stochastics RSI, we can see that we have been losing momentum. We can see that the blue line was above the orange line during our previous test here, and we have been losing momentum with the blue line below the orange line for quite some time, and we've been consolidating in this range as the stochastics momentum is being reset. Now, a very positive thing for me looking at the stochastics RSI is that we are currently trading below the 20 level on the weekly on the stochastics RSI, and price itself has been in the sideways consolidation pattern ever since. So just looking at the stochastics RSI, we can see that we are currently gearing up for a positive cross below the 20. Now, every single time that we have had this positive cross below the 20, Bitcoin has followed and pushed up into our resistance areas. We can look at this positive cross here that we had. We can see that this was right at the bottom of the bull flag and that we had this positive momentum cross and price pushed all the way from roughly this $55,000 area all the way to 104 and a little bit higher. So looking at the stochastics, momentum is still looking to the downside. We can see that the blue line is showing early signs of wanting to cross up below the 20. So I'm keeping a close eye on the stochastics RSI on the weekly. But positive structure for me is that we are still in this consolidation pattern between this $91.5 and $104,000. Even with this negative momentum in the stochastics RSI, Bitcoin has not yet broken key market structure, which is a fantastic move for a continuation to the upside. Now, looking at the RSI here, we can see that we have been forming a little bit of bearish divergence on the weekly scale. Now, our previous tops here at $73,000 gave us a RSI level at roughly about 88. And we can see that this next pivot high that we had here only got to about the 78 level. Now, this is classic bearish divergence on the RSI, so we do need to keep this as a potential scenario. We do want to see the stochastics RSI break above this trend line to invalidate this bearish divergence on the RSI. So keep a close eye. We can see that the RSI is still trailing up during this period here. We have created a higher low, so look for a continuation of the RSI to find support and push higher. Now, some of our key pivots that we have here with the RSI, we can see that looking at these previous lows and pivot highs, that Bitcoin is currently battling at this key support level at roughly about the 61 level. So we need to see Bitcoin hold support on key market structure, roughly $91,500, build enough momentum, reset the momentum on the stochastics RSI, find support on the RSI specifically, and then I want to see a push higher to challenge this bearish divergence trend line. So just keep this in mind, that we are currently seeing bearish divergence, which usually is an indication that something big is happening, that we're running out of steam, running out of momentum. But if we couple this bearish divergence with the potential of the stochastics RSI weekly cross coming in, this will be the momentum that we need in order to try and break this bearish divergence that is currently forming on Bitcoin. So keep a very close eye on stochastics RSI on the weekly. Now, a couple of key support levels that I've highlighted here for Bitcoin. Firstly, is this 1.618 Fibonacci extension from the previous pivot high when we bounced on the 50 SMA, this green line. And that currently is sitting at $91,500. So our first line of defense for a continuation to the upside is this $91,500. Hey, I hope you're still enjoying the content. Remember to hit the like button, hit the sub button, and to ring the bell for notifications. Your support means the world to me personally, and I cannot do this without you. Now, if we break the $91,500 with this momentum to the downside that we can see clearly presented here on the stochastics RSI, if the next line of defense will be the 21 SMA, and that is currently sitting at roughly about $89,000. Give or take. Now, I've also highlighted a couple of key pivots and volume metrics with the anchored VWAP here for us. The first one being from the pivot low, rather, here from this bull flag breakout. And we can see this is this white line that we have here. And we can see that the anchored volume weighted average price is currently sitting at about $85,000. So I'm looking for support to re-enter at either one of these levels. Now, our next key market structure, if we do manage to break both the 21 and the anchored volume weighted price, will be the 50 simple moving average, and that's currently sitting at roughly about $75,000. So we can see that we are still trailing well above these moving averages, and should we manage to break this $91,500, these will be the logical areas of support for Bitcoin that I'll be keeping an eye on. Obviously, I'll be looking to re-add to my positions at these key levels. We can still see, looking at this long-term ascending parallel channel, that Bitcoin still has this bullish structure, moving to the middle of the channel, finding support at the bottom of the channel, to the middle, finding support breaking, finding resistance at the top of the channel. And we are currently still trying to hold support at the middle of this ascending parallel channel, closely confluenced with the 21 SMA and the anchored volume weighted price. So I'll be looking for price to hold support at these levels. Now, looking at our resistance areas here, we can see that obviously the next level of resistance will be this 1.272 Fibonacci extension, all the way from the previous bottom momentum that we printed, and that is currently sitting at $104,000. So I'm expecting resistance to re-enter here at around roughly about the $104,000. The 2.414 Fibonacci extension from this pivot low over here is currently sitting at $124,000, and the 1.618 Fibonacci is sitting from the all-time low is sitting at $174,000. So these are all logical next levels of resistance that we can expect for Bitcoin. We have currently blasted through our previous target 1, target 2, and target 3s, and our next logical targets is the 104, 124, and $174,000. Now we need to take this level to level. We can expect resistance in Bitcoin at every single one of these Fibonacci extensions. But I'm waiting for the momentum to reset. I'm looking for Bitcoin to keep holding support at these key market structures between this 91,500 and maybe even a wick down to the anchored volume weighted price at roughly about $85,000. If we can reset our momentum on the Stochastics RSI, get that positive cross, we will be in a position to have momentum to retest this 104 and hopefully break above it, test this $124,000 and come back down and build market structure above the $104,000. So this is my key setup that I'm looking out for now on the weekly Bitcoin chart, and these are all my key support areas and key resistance areas. So keep an eye on it, be smart, take it level to level, but we still have bullish momentum in the market. The bull run has not printed our tops yet, at least according to the moving averages, at least according to the Stochastics RSI. Hey, I hope you're still enjoying the content. Remember to hit the like button, hit the sub button, and to ring the bell for notifications. Your support means the world to me personally, and I cannot do this without you. Now, another fascinating thing, just adding to our bullish sentiment here, is the Pi Cycle Top Indicator. Now, the Pi Cycle Top Indicator, we did another video specifically on the Pi Cycle Top. If you want to have a look at that, just visit the link in the top hand corner where we explained this powerful indicator for everyone. Now, the Pi Cycle Top Indicator is still showing some momentum to the upside. To open the Pi Cycle Top Indicator, you can simply go to Indicators, type in Pi Cycle Top, and the one that I'm specifically using is the Pi Cycle Bitcoin Top Indicator by Bilzerian Candle. Now, if you open that up, let's just hide the simple moving averages. It gives you a couple of lines that you can have a look at. The Pi Cycle Top Indicator has a very accurate and powerful printing of previous bull cycle tops, and that is when the 111 red moving average crosses above the 350 green moving average. Now we can see, looking at the Pi Cycle Top Indicator, that there is still some upside potential in the Bitcoin, in the Pi Cycle Top, and we can see that we are currently trying to hold support on the 111 moving average with the Pi Cycle Top Indicator. Very similar to what we did in our previous bull runs, holding support at the red line here. So I'm looking at the red line currently is sitting at about $95,000. So let's look and see if support can keep on holding on this red line on the Pi Cycle Top Indicator. But all in all, we are holding solid market structure with Bitcoin. We do have these upside potential targets. The Stochastics RSI is showing us the momentum is trying to reset, and once we have that weekly stochastics cross up, this will be the momentum that we need in order to try and push through these key resistance areas. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, hit the like button, hit the sub button, and hit the bell notifications. Also, remember to click the link in the description below to join my mailing list, where I'll be sending you free emails and trading videos, and also market report updates weekly to help you stay ahead of the herd. As always, this community would not be the same without you, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Peace and love. See you next time.